Paul Woody from Richmond Times-Dispatch. I'll start with Briante, but any of the players who wish may answer this. Stephen F. Austin is getting a lot of love, talked about being a Cinderella team and how they are a possible Sweet 16 team. I wondered if you guys had heard any of that and what you thought of it.
Well, we read the clippings and we see what comes on the TV. I mean, it just adds fuel to the fire as us being an underdog. I mean, we're still going to just go out there and attack from the get-go, and we'll see what happens.
Myron Metcalf, ESPN.com. For Rob, how difficult is it to prepare for a team that has this amazing winning streak but hasn't necessarily played the best competition? How do you look at them when that's the situation?
Well, any team that wins 28 games, you got to respect them. I mean, they didn't win 28 games for no reason. So, obviously a good team, and it's going to be, a challenging game tomorrow. So, the first thing you got to respect them and respect the, the winning streak. And then from there, you got to prepare like you're prepared for any other team. So we've done our preparation, and we'll be ready for tomorrow.
For Briante and Javante, Melvin not playing tomorrow, potentially he's doubtful. How does that affect this team? Obviously, you didn't have him in the Atlantic 10-30 loss to St. Joseph's.
It had an effect on us, him being one of our key players. He was a great scorer for us, so without him, we had to, a lot of other guys, had to do a lot more scoring, and other guys had to step up. So, being without Melvin, it's going to be key for us. But, we've been without players in the past, and some of the guys have stepped up and did a good job in doing so. So, I think, we're going to be all right.
Well, when somebody goes down, somebody has to step up, and we're going to need a couple of people to step up and play big for us tomorrow and throughout this tournament until we get Melvin back. So, I mean, it's a great opportunity for one of the other players to show themselves and show what they're capable of doing.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Okay. Oh, you got one. Sorry.
Myron Metcalf, ESPN.com again. For Rob, how interesting is it to be on this side of things where you all have been sort of Cinderella story all these years, and now people are talking about the team you're playing kind of being that potential Cinderella story?
Since VCU, since I've been here, since Bree's been here and Drew, we've always, been considered an underdog. And, to be the favorites, it's really, it does nothing to our psyches. We got to have that same mindset, to go out there and attack, no matter the seeding. We've proved that seedings don't matter, when we were a 12 seed, 11 seed, whatever. And now, we're a 5 seed. We still got to have that same mentality, like we were, a 12 or 11. So, I mean, at this time of the year, seedings don't matter. We just saw Ohio State lose to Dayton. So, if you go by seeding, that wasn't supposed to happen. So, we just got to make sure we're ready to go tomorrow.
Paul Woody again from the Times-Dispatch in Richmond. Coach Smart is known as a very motivational coach. Could you guys talk about some of the things he does to help give you confidence to play at your best?
Well, Coach always finds a way to help us with the game plan. So it will be something different every time. But I mean, he comes different with the approach that he has on us. So he thinks of different ways to make sure that we get up and play for this game. But I mean, he shouldn't have to do much when you're in the NCAA tournament. It's all on the players, and it's basically all on the players to do what they want to do just to win.
Well, I actually wasn't talking so much about this specific game, but over the course of a season, over the course of a career, what does he do to prepare you to play your best?
One thing Coach is good at, he just, has a good way with words and a good way to motivate you and try to bring the best out of you. I mean, he's brought the best out of Bree, myself, Drew, and I think, he just has a great way to, instill confidence, in us. So, it's like if you trust him, just believe the plan, believe the process, and everything will be all right. And I think he does a good job of really, like, making sure, that we go out there, just play. I mean, he's one of the type of coaches that just lets us play. We don't got to make a mistake and look at the bench. He just lets you go. And I think that really helps when you're out there because you're not constantly looking back. If you make a mistake, he's always positive. And, it's been working since I've been here.
For Rob and Briante, how have you all handled just the last few seasons where there are all these rumors about Shaka Smart? Obviously, he says he wants to stay at VCU. That doesn't stop the rumor mill from churning. How have you all handled that?
Well, just having the type of relationship that I have with Coach Smart is that we pretty much communicate throughout the day, and he tells me everything. So I really have no worries about him leaving or going anywhere else. I mean, if he did, I'm pretty sure he'll be a man about it and tell me that he's going to leave, and we will work things out from there. But the type of relationship Coach Smart has with his players is something that you won't have in every coach. Some coaches are about money and all the materialistic things, and Coach Smart is definitely not about that. He's about making people better as people, and he's just about making the team win. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, exactly what he said. I think Coach Smart, he's big on relationships and, communication. So, I mean, I haven't been worried since, after the Final Four that he wasn't going to leave. I knew Coach was going to stay here all my 4 years. He told me and Drew that, and I'm pretty sure, he's going to be there for Briante and, Travion Graham senior year. So, the main thing with him is just, he lets us know. He's always communicating with us. He's never, coming out of nowhere and things like that. So if he was to go, like Bree said, he'll definitely be a man. But I think the relationships that he has with us, it's not easy to walk away from that. So definitely with the relationships, that definitely helps.
Any other questions for the student athletes? This time, you're good to go.
Thank you.